Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I have another foundation review for you. We are going to be talking today about the Covergirl Outlast Active Foundation. I have worn this many times and I have formed some definite thoughts on this one. So if you want to hear my thoughts on this foundation, go ahead and keep on watching. Let me go ahead and give you my shade. It is 825 Buff Beige. And this foundation is claiming to be up to 24 hours of wear. I would call this a matte, a true matte foundation, and it is supposed to be sweat-proof, transport-proof, humidity-proof, oil-free, will not clog pores, dermatologist tested, and suitable for all skin types. It comes in a squeezy tube. I really like this kind of packaging. If you guys know me at all, you know that. Now, excuse the mess on mine, but I love this for travel, and this is my preferred packaging method. For that reason, you guys know that I love my L'Oreal Infallible foundations, quite a few of those actually, and the fresh wear is in a glass bottle, and while I love that with the pump, it is harder to travel, so I'm having some issues with that. Really love the packaging of the Pro Matte Infallible, and so this is easier for travel, but let's just find out if it's a good foundation. I am going to include footage of me applying this. I have just finished my makeup. I will do a check-in. I'm going just to class tonight. So glamorous. But I thought I would go ahead and pop on a foundation since I'm going to class and go ahead and come back after class is over and check in and just show you that this foundation on me just really does not budge. I did just upload on the Sephora like unrecommendation, if you will, or disappointing foundations from Sephora. I'll go ahead and put that up in the cards, but that one was on the Dior Forever matte, and I really like this Covergirl foundation better than that one. There's just something about the way that this goes on and kind of sits into the skin. I will still say that my preferences are changing on the finishes that I like. I think that my skin looks really pretty right now, but I'm still finding that I'm leaning more away from a matte foundation to something a little more skin-like. My favorite is the Fresh Wear right now, to be honest with you. I just feel like it sits on my skin so nice, and it just is so forgiving on the skin because of the formula. But I really do enjoy the lasting power of this foundation, and I do think that for a matte foundation, it's very pretty. If you are really oily skin, I think that you're gonna love this one. It does sit down and does not budge off the face. I mean, it's one of those foundations that locks down in place, and I can't think of anything that I could do to change that. I have worn this on a cruise before, at the pool, in the hot tub, you name it, and this foundation doesn't budge, so I love that. This is a really good, long-lasting, sweat-proof, humidity-proof, full coverage, medium to full. It's pretty full coverage. It's definitely medium straight out of the gate and buildable. I didn't cover my spots with any concealer today, just went back and added a second layer onto my face of this foundation where I needed it, and I feel like this is what I was kind of hoping that the Dior Forever foundation would do for me. Just a straight out of the gate, really good level of coverage, and then using this to go back and add where I need more coverage. It's very buildable that way, and I love that. The Dior Forever foundation, however, is just not for me. It did not cover. So in my opinion, at the drugstore, this is a great foundation, and it lasts a very long time on me. It just lasts a really long time. There is not a lot of shade range because this is their active line, and it's kind of like a few in the light, a few in the medium, a few in the dark. So I know that that's an issue for so many people to find their right shade. I happen to be that medium skin tone where almost any medium I can kind of make work. I do really enjoy the undertone, and I would say that this one is a neutral. There's no warmth to this. There's no pink really to this at all. So if you are looking for a good drugstore hardcore matte long wearing foundation, I think that this is a really good one to give a try. It's relatively inexpensive, and CoverGirl is cruelty free now, so I know you guys are a lot of times asking me about that, so I want to give you a good option in that realm. And I do have class tonight. It's not like I'm going to be exerting a lot in there, but I do have to walk from my car, and where I live it's extremely hot, so I will be walking from there into the building and back across the campus to my vehicle, so it will get some use because it's extremely hot, and I'm sure I will be sweating, which is one of the reasons I chose to wear this today. A lot of times when I'm going to class, I don't even wear foundation, or I just throw on a powder foundation because it is so hot and I know that I'm going to be sweating. But I did want to see how this wears. I know how it's going to wear, but I want you guys to see what it looks like when I get back. And again, that's pretty much it with this one. Again, this is a true matte foundation, so if you are not a fan of that, you might not enjoy this one. But what I have really loved doing with this particular foundation is mixing it in with a foundation that's more glowy and adjusting that, and that's really where I'm falling lately. I'm leaning more towards the natural skin foundations. My fresh wear I don't have to add anything to, but like a True Match Lumi, or I don't own the Pro Glow anymore, but I thought about picking that one up again, maybe kind of mixing this with the Pro Glow or mixing this with the True Match Lumi. Or I have a CoverGirl Healthy Elixir foundation over here that I picked up. I also have the Physicians Formula Healthy Skin foundation. Mixing this into something that's lighter weight like that will give you a customizable coverage, so I do really like that. Coincidentally, do you guys want to see the Healthy foundation, or perhaps the CoverGirl? Let me make sure I'm calling this right. This Healthy Elixir. I picked this up at TJ Maxx, but I believe you can still catch this on Amazon or eBay. I've never bought foundation off of eBay, so do that at your risk. I have bought lots of foundation off of Amazon and never had a problem, but I did grab this one because it was on like a closeout. So if you guys want to see this, let me know. And my Healthy foundation I have in the shade LW2. I'd like to maybe do a review on this one before you can't get your hands on this one. I have heard that some of this line is closing out because I believe that they have come out with a new foundation. So if you love the Healthy foundation, maybe you want to get a backup of that one. And let's see. Both of these are SPF 20, so let me know which one of these you want to see. I'm going to include those in my foundation weekly reviews. Okay, but I am running really low on time today, but these classes are killing me, you guys. They are killing me. I did not realize that I took all accelerated classes. That's just the way that they're offered for this justice program that I'm taking, criminal justice classes, and I did not realize that I have taken summer classes or classes over winter break, but I didn't realize that these were in the same accelerated format, and they are. And so I literally, for the past week and a half, have been upside down as far as reading and assignments and turning in everything. I am kind of going a little crazy with all this, so I'm hoping that I have just been staying up till 3-4 o'clock in the morning reading every night to try to get back on the upswing of being ahead of my assignments. Just a little bit even helps me a lot. So once I am able to do that, and I am working my way up that downward curve that I was on, so hopefully I can get back to uploading a little more regular. But I did want to throw a foundation review up for you guys this week, and I am happy to be back filming. Lord knows I would much rather be doing this than classes right now, but I know that it is something that I need to finish. So I will be back tonight. Wish me that I don't get called on for every question tonight in this discussion, and I will see you guys in a little bit. Back for check-in, you guys, and so now it has been on for officially, let's see, 6 hours. So this is pretty much how it stays as long as I keep it on. So anything from here on out, I really don't notice that much of a difference. I'm looking in the mirror in case you're wondering, but I have one in here. So I'm looking to just like make my general observations on this foundation. I have some slight creasing around my mouth area. I just touched up my lipstick. What is that? I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. Oh no, that's probably some leftover food. I don't know. For this foundation, being a 24-hour matte, long wear, smudge resistant, transport proof, heat proof foundation, it looks just fine. And to be honest with you, I'll just kind of lean in and show you where we are, what we look like at this point. I don't really notice much of a change, to be honest. It looks a little more lived in, if you will. Any foundation that you wear is going to do the same. But it looks fine. It looks really good for being a matte foundation, and that's what I can say about it. Not particularly loving my brows today. Not particularly loving the new mascara that I got because it just keeps flaking off. And so certain things about this look I really love. The eyeshadow I really liked. The blush and bronzer lipstick I really liked. The brows, not so much. The foundation, like I said, I would mix it. If I were to wear this, not as a foundation review, but as a personal preference, I would certainly mix this with something like my L'Oreal True Match Lumi. And maybe not even quite 50-50, or maybe I would. I'll have to explore that and let you guys know. If you want to see something like that, comment down below, like foundation comments, foundation combinations. You guys know that I'm kind of notorious for that. Like I will take my It CC cream and mix that with certain foundations, and I have always been a foundation cocktailer, and that's just my preferred method since being on YouTube. When I started out, my 100% preferred foundation finish was matte, so I'm kind of, I don't know, I'm kind of shocked at myself that this is changing. I never really saw myself going down this particular path, but it has happened. And I think that that's one of the pros of being a YouTuber, is that you can just, you know, keep exploring so many options, and as your skin changes, or you change, or your skin changes with age or whatever, excuse my phone, that you can kind of change with the times, if you will. I still really like this particular look and this finish of the foundation, but it wouldn't be my choice. As far as a matte foundation goes, though, this is a really good drugstore matte foundation. And I feel like I have gotten slightly shiny here in the forehead, slightly shiny in the T-zone, and that's kind of standard for me. I am normal to combo, and if I am combo at all, especially in the summertime, I feel like I get a little bit shiny in the T-zone area. And I feel like as far as transfer proof goes, though, I was kind of a little upset at an assignment I had. I was kind of like going like this, like, are you kidding? Are you kidding right now? That we had another assignment that I didn't know. And I had like some, I guess, what was foundation on my hand, and then I touched my book, my papers, to look at it, and I realized that I had like a smudge in my textbook, which is no big deal for me, but I don't know that this is 100% transfer proof or resistant. It's really not, especially if you produce oil in your T-zone. Anywhere you produce more oils throughout the day, you're going to have a little bit of that kind of shinier look in the T-zone. And like I said, it feels dry to the touch, but when I was kind of, I think it was my nose that maybe I was like going like this, like, what? And I touched something, and I feel like my nose is kind of getting a little bit, maybe the oiliest first and therefore transferring onto things. So I don't know that any foundation is really 100% transfer proof, but that's kind of where I stand with this one. I think it's really, really good for the price tag, especially being at the drugstore. Again, cruelty-free, and it's a very, very nice matte foundation formula. For me, it won't be something that I wear every day by itself anymore. Again, it's a mixing foundation for me at this point. But if I needed, you know, a matte foundation and something like this, I would certainly reach for it for that purpose if I needed it. But I think it's really nice. I really think this particular color match for me is really, really good. And it's very interesting because when I bought this, it was a little on the lighter side for my skin. And I think that that is just a testament to my SPF being like really, really good. And so props to the Australian Gold Face Tinted SPF Physical Sunscreen. So titanium dioxide and zinc oxide titanium dioxide and zinc oxide sunscreen. And I think that is really helping my face out, and I really am pleased with that as a sunscreen and lightening the areas of my face that I'm really working on. So like that, and again, 825 Buff Beige is what I am in this particular foundation, and that seems to be a really good, true medium skin on the lighter side of medium neutral shade. So if that's something that you're looking for, then I hope that you'll give this one a try. If you guys have tried this, please leave your comments down below. Did you love it, hate it? I'd like to know. And again, with the other foundations that I mentioned from the drugstore, the Healthy Foundation from Physicians Formula and the Covergirl Vitalist Healthy Elixir, if you guys want to see those, leave that down below. If there's a certain foundation that you're looking for, leave that down below. I did hear your recommendations from previous videos, and I'm working on those particular foundation Fridays or foundation some day of the week whenever I can get to upload those. But I am working on your recommendations. Again, anything else that you want to see, comment down below. If you have any questions, I always answer those. And if you're not subscribed, please don't forget to do that and give me a thumbs up if you did enjoy this video. It really helps my channel to grow. Love you guys so, so much, and I appreciate you watching. Don't forget, beauty comes from in here and not with any price tag. And I will see you next time. I love you so much. Take care. Bye-bye.